Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Season 2, Episodes 8 to 10. We end up getting reunited with three adventurers from before that went with Shizu, and it turns out that the girl is actually a princess and the other two are her bodyguards. I'm like, wow, I didn't see that coming. And it turns out that her kingdom, country, whatever you want to call it, has a fairy tale that talks about bringing somebody back from the dead. Because apparently there are no spells that can do this normally. Well, we listened to the story, and the character in it reminds me so much of Malim, essentially. And I'm thinking that that is her story of how she became a demon lord, and that would actually make sense. Sadly, we don't run into Malim yet in this season to be able to confirm or deny this. However, in order to bring somebody back from the dead in this story, you have to become a demon lord, and the person would do so, but without a soul, it'll be essentially a being of chaos. Because of the barriers in place, everybody's souls that died are still there. So they have a very small chance of getting to do it, which is like I think the same number as pi, 3.14%. And so Rimuru gets a plan in order to get the souls he needs to be able to become a demon lord. He ends up talking to everybody about this and actually ends up telling them sorry, about how he wasn't from that world. He was an otherworlder that had been reincarnated after having, died. And everybody obviously accepts him, even despite this bit of information, that he wasn't actually just a monster. He was a human in a monster body. And, yeah. Because he is going to go essentially take out the army and, harvest their souls. And the others are going to go and take out the four groups that are creating that prison barrier over the country and take that out. He already sets up the teams. Benimaru's going on his own. Gobta and the others are going in one direction where the other worlders are hiding out that killed Shion and the others. Or that had a hand in killing them. I don't know if they were actually the ones who did, but but yeah, they go in that direction. Gabiru and his forces go in one direction, and shoot, who goes in the other direction? Shoot, I don't remember. The Shadow Team essentially go in another direction. They end up setting everything up, and the funny thing is that I don't know if this is mentioned in this episode, in the last episode, the episodes after, but Benimaru had set up a password with Rimuru to make sure that he was still in control when he does go, become a demon lord. Because, we want him to be, his usual self. And the funny thing is that the password is, Benimaru would say Shion's cooking, and Rimuru was supposed to say, tastes like shit. Oh, boy. And I think it was funny how Benimaru said that when Rimuru kind of objected to that, because how Shion would feel about that, someone saying that about her cooking, well, maybe she'll wake up and complain about it. Oh, boy. Anyway, the plan is now set, and yeah, Benimaru easily takes out the enemies and destroys his part of the his whatever you want to call it, the crystal thingy. Gabiru's team does the same, the Shadow Team does the same, and then we get to where Gobta and the others are. Without the barrier that, weakened them, they are a lot stronger, and Gobta has gotten a lot stronger than I ever gave him credit for, to be completely honest. Out of all the fighters, I figured that he would be the weakest, and he's actually one of the strongest, to be completely honest. Out of, the hobgoblins. Because obviously he's not stronger than the Keejans, or, I don't know about the Dragon Newts, but his master definitely would give him a run for his money. Speaking of which, they end up running into the Otherworlders after taking out the people of the church. And, yeah, the old man ends up fighting the guy with the severing ability. And the funny thing is, now that he's at full strength, this guy's no match for him. Because when they fought before, I'm assuming the guy was probably at half strength. Maybe not that much. So, yeah. He ends up having a third eye thingy as well, and ends up... Apparently his is a lot faster than the guy's all-seeing eye, so when the guy's all-seeing eye had caught up, he had already decapitated him. And... yeah, Shugo, however you say his name, is fighting Geld, the Orc Lord guy. And he soon realizes that he is very outmatched. So he races back to the camp, to where the girl is, kills her, and gets her power, and now essentially cannot die. Because his survivor ability now prevents him from dying. He could get decapitated and it would just grow right back. And to counteract this, Gale just beats the ever-loving crap out of the guy. Just beating him up and then letting him regenerate and then do it again. However, the old wizard guy that shows up, that advised the king, and whisks him away, and kills him off, and transfers his soul into his body. So now the guy's got a new younger body with the abilities that the body has. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.